Hi Pisces, so here is your quantum story. I've been sitting here with the cards and the energies and the images to get a feel for it, and I am ready. So here we start with the Althea card. This is very much about a part of yourself that is it's a part of yourself that you've been self-deceptive about. It's a very sweet, a very romantic, a very loving part of yourself, and it's about retrieving parts of your soul. So you're making room to incorporate more light from your own soul into your being. So anyway, so here we are uncovering, there's been hidden truth and hidden things about ourselves that we are uncovering. It's almost like it's becoming more and more obvious to you what needs to be done. And what we are talking about is these two cards next, the Poet and the Kiss. So the Poet is very much about you probably, so let's say for example this is in a love relationship, a romantic relationship, counterpart situation of some sort. So your mission here is to find the beauty in the chaos, the lessons, the arguments, the hard times that you've gone through together, if this is a romantic relationship, and to see the beauty and the lessons in all of that, to not discard anything that's happened, but to grow from the darkness without, it's like you have to face the dark moments and accept that those were all reflections of you as well. Stop blaming others and take them into yourself and create a beautiful story from all of that, those whatever it is in your fights, your arguments, your disagreements, all of that, using all of those experiences to see the beauty that came from that, your growth that came from that, so you can achieve, because you're looking for this little part of yourself that it's almost like you've been missing this part of yourself that's sweet and God, those butterfly feelings in your stomach when when you're in love, or that. This is one of my favorite descriptions, and I can never come up with anything new, is that moment when you kiss and it's just right, and you just get those chills all over your body, and you get weak and confident, and you melt, and you feel really passionate and strong all at the same time. So you've been missing that part of you. That part of you wants to come back up, but it's been buried in a lot of the shadow side of the poet, which is just a pity, a victim, and just a lot of darkness. You haven't been able to tap into the light part of the poet, which is you can see through all the darkness and all the disagreements and still see the beauty that brought you two together, or the growth that all of those things can cause in your life, and that will make you regain, that's an airplane, those sweet moments that you want to experience again or recreate, or that part of yourself. It's almost like that's the part of yourself that wants to come back, is the ability to enjoy little moments like that. Here for the Spirit Animal Oracle cards, the first one we have is Lion Spirit. Be generous of spirit. So I think in some ways it might have made you very bitter. Whatever happened, so again, if this is a romantic relationship, if you might have become a very bitter person in a deceptive way to yourself. So it's almost like deceptively you could have still been a good person to the other people, but you became very selfish towards this specific person. It's like, you hurt me, so I'm gonna be this way towards you, but not towards other people. I'm gonna be extra generous and extra nice to other people, but not towards you. It's almost like you want to punish them, or you want to take back whatever you feel they took away from you. And so it's almost like there's a part of you that is still holding on to resentment and bitterness, and it's asking you to open up a little bit more. And to help you do that, we have the frog spirit here, clear out the clutter. So a lot of the times, physically going about that helps. Cleaning, doing laundry, scrubbing, anything like that. Or just meditating and clearing your mind space so you can make room for clarity to come in, or really just facing. The poet is also somebody who faces experiences, negative or dark experiences, head on. They don't shy away from it. They use it to fuel their creative nature. And so for that, you need to face it. So to clear out the clutter, you need to face those things, write them out or express them out, or use them in your creativity. And so you make more space for more to come in. And so this card came out right above the poet, the dolphin spirit, this and that are true. So it's very much that idea that, if this was an argument with a loved one, it's like you have to be right, or you think you're right, and that they took something away, they took advantage of you, or you gave more than they did. You think you're right, and therefore you want them to apologize. You want them to show more or give more to you, or that kind of thing. But this card is here to tell you, well, if your story is true, so is theirs. However they're telling you they're feeling, or anything like that, it's also true to them. And so if they feel the same way, this is also a mirroring card, where if this is a relationship, you're both mirroring each other. You feel like you gave more and they gave less, and they feel the same way, so you're both now clashing, like, no, I want you to do this so that I can do this back. And the other person's going like, no, I want you to do this and then I'll do this back. And nothing, it's like stagnant. It's like none of you are backing down and going forward, but because both of you think you're right and it's true, and so you want to stand your ground, but that actually comes more from ego. So once you release that, once you accept that, you know what, you have your experience, they have their experience, and this isn't about getting even or anything like that. It's moving forward in a different way, acknowledging all of it and making peace with it. And so this is where the deceptive the part comes from, is fox spirit, think on your feet. This spread comes out more as it's almost like you're putting your happiness or your emotional stability in their hands. If you do this, then fine, then I'll do this and that, and I'll feel this and that, or for me to feel like you care, you have to do all these things. And so you're putting your happiness, you're putting your emotional stability on them. That's why you keep being deceived. It's because that is a deceiving thing, self-deceiving thing to do, is to live off of their actions. And if they do this, then that means this and this and that. It's almost asking you to detach from your story, because remember, if it's true of you, it's true of them. Both stories are true, individually to the both of you. And so if you keep projecting onto each other these inner stories, these wounds, you're just keep this cycle of deceptiveness. And so it is here, the last three cards we have is many paths, soul retrieval, and then the witness. So here we go with what's happening on a soul level. It's asking you, this is telling you, you've already done either or both. You've done the same thing so many times, or you've tried to do the different things different ways, and it keeps bringing you back to this same stagnant story. What Spirit wants you to do is it wants you to bring back your light, regardless of this person and their action and what they think and what they do. Bring yourself back. Do not depend on them. Know that you are worth it, and know that if you change, that's what matters, and stand your ground and that kind of thing. And if you stop relying on them for your emotional stability, that's retrieving a part of you, because your soul knows that you're whole. You don't need anything from anybody. It's just a bonus that we get here from each other. And for that, it's even giving you the advice here, become the witness. So this is one of my victim cards as well. And it's this card always comes with the same message so far. But in this spread as well, become the observer. Observe your emotions. Observe the stories that you're telling, that they're telling, how things are unfolding over and over again. Stop to look at it, because if you look at it, I swear to God, you both are mirroring each other, and you both want the same thing. You want the same thing as this person, but you're still wanting it from a place of lack, from a place of deception, what's the word? From a place of mischievousness. And it's really making, it's really creating a very selfish pattern, and it's telling you, be generous of spirit, which means you do the work. You don't wait for them to do the work. You don't ask them to change. You do the work within yourself. Be generous to yourself. And if you take the time to observe, especially after you've done this work, or while you're doing this work, the cleaning out of the clutter, which is mental and your physical surroundings, paying attention to your emotions, really processing through your experiences, you will be able to discern better, and then bring this part of yourself that is not dependent on other people for emotional stability. This feels emotional because of the kiss card. And once you fix the emotional, you will get that kiss. And by that I mean the physical manifestation, or healing in the relationship, or a brand new relationship. But I want to say the outcome, the result of all of that is you will regain that like in love feeling, that like passion, that those butterflies in your stomach. You will regain that. Just as a side note, I've done this for myself. What I've started to do is to find these little moments in almost everything I've been asking for. This is what I'm asking for. I want more of these moments when you just fall in love, or something just feels so good no matter what it is. And instead of asking for it from like a relationship, I've felt it in so many different ways. And the more I would focus on different things, little things, bringing me that little passion, that little moment of, oh, this feels amazing. It built up to so much that I was able to have like tantric experiences with the most mundane of things: eating food, drinking tea, listening to stories. I was just so enamored with finding that little passion, that little flame of goodness in everything that happened around me, that at some point I was able to feel this moment of pureness from even just things that don't have anything to do with, getting it from other people or relationships. It was all around me all of a sudden. So, personal story. I hope that helps. And good luck, Pisces, and I'll see you next time.